Hey everybody, Ishmael Amandi here. Actually, I talked about what's really happening in Africa after the Africa Spring. That's what I talked about last time, and I really want to talk about what's really happening right now. I sell a lot of properties and real estate all around Africa and around the world as an international agent. But I want to talk about what's really happening in Kenya in particular. In Kenya in particular, because I was born in Kenya and I came to the U.S. I'm in the U.S. now, but as a diaspora and looking at what's happening in Kenya, it's so sad for me. It's very sad. And if you are here in diaspora and you're not talking about this, something is not right. Our country is going down. I tell you that our country is going down because of some issues that are not being taken care of. We need to sit down and talk about these issues, especially in the political part of it. We need to sit down and talk about these important issues that might affect our country and plunge our country into civil war. And this is something that we need to think about instead of chest thumping, thinking that we have power because we have the presidency, whatever. We need to stop it. We need to get up and stand up and think. We are in the 21st century. This is the things that why a lot of youth, they want to leave and come to different countries because they are struggling with these political issues. We already have a 2010 constitution in Kenya that should guide us and help us through these issues. But if we're not using it the right way, we are looking for trouble in our own country. So I want to talk about some issues that we are dealing with right now, okay? I'm a basketball player. I play basketball and I love playing basketball, okay? And when I play against an opponent, I try to beat them and I try to score as much as possible. But this is what happens. You beat a team, you score, and you knew you beat that team. But when you look at the scoreboard, there's no scoreboard. It's covered up, okay? And the official tells you that you lost that game. How would you feel? That's the same way Raila feels. He went to a game, he went to an election, and he scored a lot of points. He knew that he won that election, but when he looked at the service, the scoreboard, it's covered up. The official told him, oh no, you can't look at the scoreboard. You lost the game. That's how it feels. And that's why he has to raise this kind of issue to the president, who's right now President Ruto. And as a leader, President Ruto now is the leader, in the government. Now is the time he needs to be a servant, okay? Bring that servanthood to the people and show the people you care about them, all right? What are the issues you are bringing on the table? Raila, let's sit down. What are these issues? How can we solve these issues so that when 2027 comes, we don't go through the same thing? These are the things that we as Kenyans, we need to talk about. This country is going through some terrible times that if we do not solve this stuff, we're going down to the drain. And I'm personally saying this because I feel so bad for my country, because I'm seeing my country going down to the drains. Because of selfish people, they don't want to sit down and listen and talk about issues. We need to talk about issues, okay? When Raila say, hey, I'm going to demonstrate, I'm going to protesting, it's okay. That's part of democracy. Let them protest, let them talk about, let them go out and voice their opinions out there, because they are vexed that something happened. Without Martin Luther King protesting and civil rights, pushing the civil rights for African Americans in the United States, African Americans black people will never have rights that they enjoy today, the freedoms that they enjoy today. It's okay to go out, strike, to boycott. That's what democracy is. So that these organizations or departments or whatever, they do not put people down and use people, and don't pay people the right way. That's why there are labor unions. they can stand up. They can talk about how they can protect themselves. So this is what I'm saying. President Ruto needs to listen to the voice of the people. Kenya is starving right now. Is in the verge of starvation. People are struggling. Everything is expensive. Everything is high at this point. The high cost of living is affecting the country. Inflation. These are the things that he needs to sit down and look at instead of putting in his pocket $8 million to buy luxury cars. That's just unacceptable. Let's just be real. You know, the thing. Kenyans need to be real. We need to be real. It's 21st century. Things need to be real. People are not kids no more. We need to get up and talk about the issues that are affecting the country. All right? If it's the election that we are going through, the IBC, they did do good election. That's real. They did not conduct that election well. Because when everybody was watching, we didn't even know who was ahead, who was leading, who was not leading. Everything was just messed up. Like, what's going on? Nothing was transparent. It wasn't transparent. A transparent election that is verifiable is very important. You know, you need a fair, verifiable election that is free, that is transparent, that everybody can see and be like, hey, this guy won. The servers, here is the scoreboard, the servers, open the servers. It's great. But when you now, you know, maybe you have seven members who are taking care of the election, 7 board members who are taking care of the election, and then 4 of them say no, the 3 of them say yes, and the 3 goes, and it's confusing. I just don't understand. I don't even want to talk about that. Okay, let's talk about being real. It's time for us to be real. It's time for Kenya to stand up and stop nonsense, man. We are doing a lot of nonsense, stupid things that will mess this country up. Okay? This is a point that there's a lot of struggles. There's a lot of struggle. What on about Mama Mboga, Boda Boda. These people are struggling. These people don't eat it. Nowadays, I send money back home. But dude, I even have kids that I'm helping. But most people are eating once a day. A lot of people are struggling in Kenya. It's about time that we stop nonsense and sit down with the opposition and listen to what they want. What are they saying? A great leader listens. If we do not listen, we'll end up to be like Liberia during the Civil War. Rwanda had a genocide. We're gonna end up being like these countries like South Sudan that are trying to figure it out. We can't go through that path. And I'm crying for my country because we are going in that path. You can't refuse people to demonstrate peaceful. Let people protest peacefully. It's their right. Give people their right to go out and protest and get banners. You know, walk with banners. You know, let them have a voice. Let them have a voice without beating them down, without throwing tear gas on them. Don't do this. It's not something that we should be doing. We should actually be promoting democracy. Let people raise their voices. It's okay. I'm really praying for my country. This is really painful because Africa is going through a lot right now. And we are going through a wrong path. Period. We are going through a path that is going to drain us. It's about time we listen to what Raila is saying. Raila is asking the opposition simple things. Open the server. Let me see the scoreboard. Simple. Just open the freaking server. If you lost and you know you lost, like, hey, Raila, I lost this election, bro. But hey, We can fix it 2027. Let's fix the IBC. Let's make it right. Let's have a bipartisan agreement. Let's make it right, man. Just make it right. Not just for your own sake, for the sake of the nation, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the next generation. Don't mess the freaking country. We are all Kenyans. We want to find the country right. We want to invest in Kenya, but bro, I have a lot of people want to invest, but nobody want to invest right now because people are fighting over stupid things and people want power. You want power of who knows Kenya? Most people who are us, even here in the United States, they know where is Kenya. They don't even know. They say West Africa in Asia. They don't know where Kenya is. Kenya is a small place. Texas is even bigger than Kenya. Let us think. Let us wake up, man. Kenyans, we need to wake up. That's all I'm saying. We just need to wake up. You know? Raila is trying to help our country. He's trying to fix the country. He's trying to help this country. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's wake up. Let's give Raila a chance. Let him raise his voice. Let him talk. Let him raise his issues. Ruto, sit down with Raila. Look at Raila's issues and see and say, okay, I can take care of this. Let's do this. A, B, C, D. It's not all about handshake. Let's fix the country. It's all about the people. It's about Africa. It's about Kenya. It's about the economy. It's about the next generation. It's about us. Or tomorrow, we won't have this country. I'm telling you guys, we won't have Kenya. Stop being tribalist. Let's stop tribalism. Let's end tribalism. It is 21st century. Stop it. It's time for us to wake up.